to the size of the contract and the specifications, because depending on what it is we're looking for, it could be a little more difficult to sort through and to panel one of those review panels that were discussed last time.
Do you think that, I don't know, I can ask the health department, will they have how will you follow the things? And I know people are thinking about this, because it's just not gonna, we're not gonna just have this program and no one's gonna collect this information and data up front.
As far as consultants in the RFPs, we won't need any. We plan to do everything in-house as far as any IT things, at least in the present time. There really wasn't time, we felt, to have any type of RFP or try to get anybody in. Given the time constraints that we're under, we just didn't think we had the time to do that, so we don't think.
So you'll just collect all your data and all your...
Mm-hmm. We'll collect that data and then make it available, and we'll have to figure out how to do that in the next few months, but we're going to move forward.
It's only you, right?
Well, there are a few more people, and they've just hired a couple of people to work on the program, so I think we're getting kind of ramped up. But yeah, we've been doing on a shoestring budget so far.
Thank you. So it's something to think about. It's just something we need to think about going forward. Okay. Any other business?
The only other thing I guess I was gonna think through is if we think we're gonna have when do we think we're gonna have our regulations to start that 30-day time period? I mean, that's probably one of our next steps, isn't it?
So, send me your changes, and I'll start getting these polished and ready to post.
Once we post them, we have a public,
Hearing in 30
in
days.
30 days of posting those, is that how that's
Well,
gonna work?
there's a 30-day comment period, and I'll let Joel go back to this, because he's far more experienced with the rule commenting than I am.
Once you have the proposed rules in a format that's ready, you will submit them for public comment, publish them, and open up written comment. Oral comment is optional under the Administrative Procedures Act, but if 25 taxpayers, 25 citizens request it, you have to have a hearing. I feel comfortable expecting at least 25 people to want to have a hearing to present their concerns. And so at the same time, those will also be forwarded while the legislature is in session to the Rules and Regulations Subcommittee of Joint Budget, as both of those procedures kind of go along at the same time. We will begin accepting written commentary and probably have a single mailbox or a single email where those will be sent, or by a form that will sort them from the MMC website, as well as then having the public hearing where that can be, anything else can be heard or presented. And then those are considered to see if there's anything in those comments that necessitates changes to the rules. And so having if you remember the original discussion of a 15-day kind of buffer, to have the hearing, to make any tweaks required, and to have them authorized or approved by the commission, would then allow them to go into force after that by publication through the Secretary of State's office and the Arkansas Register.
So we're kind of been at that point. We feel like we've got our rules completed, and so then that can be submitted. Go and get that submitted for start the public comment period. Can we get to that? The sooner the better, I think. I mean, I would look for the whole.
We have to. Do we have to? You have to clean everything up first, and we have to approve it again, or?
I would want you to look at it probably again before we,
Yes.
yeah.
It seems like it makes sense to maybe next meeting.
Next meeting to
look
just
at-
go
have-
through
have
everything
looked at
again.
everything and say, this is what we're good with.
Yeah.
And if they are finished ahead of time and able to be sent to you, you may be able to just approve them as to form if there are not additional changes needed.
Yeah.
It would certainly be a wise decision to have them approved by a meeting with a public vote. That is something from a FOIA standpoint we would highly recommend. Sure.
Okay. So we review them before the meeting and approve them, and then.
next
Oh,
meeting.
yeah, just as we've sent the draft.
Drafts,
I'll send you
yeah.
the,
Okay.
what is the proposed final copy in advance of any meeting that you have, so that you'll have a chance to review it.
And we're close to getting that public comment coming.
You've made very good time and are on a very good track to meet the timeline requirements under the current law.
And are we gonna find a different location for public comment so we can have more people?
We will begin exploring that possibility. There are several options that we've looked at that may be available, and I will circle back around that we have a better idea of the timing we're looking for. It's difficult to find a location that has both space and the audiovisual equipment to ensure being able to be heard and the availability, but we have looked into that and have a few possibilities for a one-time public comment
Okay.
after.
War Memorial Stadium.
You know, War Memorial Stadium may not be a bad idea with the amount of public interest.
Staff's convention center.
The rotunda at the Capitol.
That would be
Sorry,
fun.
I started saying, I don't know if we could-
Horrible acoustics, worse than this room. You don't want to do it in the rotunda.